Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. This is the fifth and last news from today's newspaper front page Dawn. Musavi says didn't want to be part of witch hunt. Broadcast owner says he entered into agreement with Musharraf and to go after elements across political spectrum, not just sheriffs. By Atika Rahman in London. In an interview with a UK-based, United Kingdom UK-based web channel, the owner of international asset recovery firm Broadsheet LLC spoke about the beginnings of Broadsheet owner Kaveh Musavi. His firm's relationship with the Musharraf regime, as well as his attempts to offer his now liquidated company's services to subsequent governments. Nearly $29 million, nearly $29 million retrieved from the Pakistan government are now in an account in the Isle of Man, where the company is registered since 2000. Iranian-born British lawyer Kaveh Musavi confirmed to a Fan Hashmi official, a London-based YouTube channel dedicated to Pakistani news coverage. The same year, the firm was hired by the Musharraf government to retrieve alleged illegal offshore assets of Pakistani politicians and businessmen. His payment under the asset recovery agreement was contracted at 20% of the recovery from each target, the term used for those being probed. The contract was terminated in 2003, and although Mr. Musavi claims to have explosive evidence, it is not clear which, if any, assets have been repatriated into the government after his investigations. To the contrary, Broadsheet LLC has secured the payment of $28.7 million from the accounts of the UK High Commission last month for the long overdue payment of its services as enforced by the UK court. Mr. Musavi said his group was approached in 2000 and to come to Pakistan with a view to go after stolen assets by elements in the General Musharraf regime. He added that he entered into the contract on the key conditions that the agreement to go after targets such as former President Asif Ali Zardari and former Premier Sharif would not be revoked if there was a change in government. We had lawyers in Pakistan working with us. They were liaising with National Accountability Bureau, NAB. We had officers in the NAB, National Accountability Bureau, building who worked out of an office we had there. Initially, the focus of Musharraf was to go after Nawaz Sharif and his government, but we insisted we would not be a tool of a political witch hunt and said previous governments should be looked at too, he added, saying this expanded their search to include the Bhutto's government. The Musharraf government gave us their list of targets, and we said it's incomplete. We told them we think from the preliminary investigation that some other people should be in that list. Those negotiations at the time showed us that this was possibly politically inspired. We said we aren't prepared to engage in political witch hunts. If you want an anti-corruption effort, it must be across the board. Mr. Musavi claimed his firm made a list of 200 people and their companies with alleged ill-gotten assets overseas. We did not want to go after adversaries of General Musharraf. We wanted to go after enemies of the people of Pakistan, he maintained. He raised retired Lieutenant General Muhammad Amjad, who was appointed the first National Accountability Bureau NAB chairman between 1919 and 2000 by General Musharraf. Later in 2017, the former chairman also testified before a JIT, Judicial Inquiry Tribunal, probing money laundering allegations against the family of Mr. Musharraf. When General Amjad was there, it probe was going swimmingly, he said, adding that he later worked with General Makbul and General Hafiz, both of whom found evidence that the court didn't find credible. He believed National Accountability Bureau NAM went downhill when Amjad was removed. If I had suspected it would fall apart this quickly, I would never have entered this agreement. He also said when he saw Musharraf again at the Oxford Union in 2007, he asked मैं आ रहा हूँ मैं बात बात पे पहुंचूंगा दूंगी भैया He also said when he saw Musharraf again at the Oxford Union in 2007, he asked what happened. Musharraf told me, you know, Mr. Musavi, and the Supreme Court told us to have an election, and we did so. They came back into power and gutted National Accountability Bureau (NAB). Asked what progress his firm made in 3 years, Mr. Musavi said, Broadsheet LLC was behind the 2001 extradition of ex-Navy Chief Admiral Mansourul Haq, who was brought back from the United States to stand trial on charges of corruption in defense deals. Broadsheet did its work. He insisted, claiming that it was sacked because it was too successful. He also claimed he still had evidence against the Sharifs and several other Pakistanis. He said the reason Broadsheet LLC did not pursue the Emenfield case was because we found other money in the Pakistan government's accounts. He also said that his firm had never approached the Sharifs for help, as was reported by the correspondent based on an email exchange between the company's law firm Crowell and Morning with the Sharif's lawyers, in which the firm explicitly asked for assistance. Broadsheet later claimed to attach the Sharif's Evanfield properties to its case, but on December 2, 2020, a court ordered the company's claim as discharged on December 18 as a court through a final third-party debt order ordered that funds be debited from the Pakistan High Commission's bank accounts in London as an enforcement of an earlier judgment. Meeting with Shahzad Akbar, when asked if he contacted anyone in the government to pay the amount owed to Broadsheet LLC, Mr. Musavi said he had given up contacting officials over the years due to a lack of trust. He also claimed that he met Prime Minister's PM's accountability advisor Shahzad Akbar twice in October 2018 to ask how the payment issue would be resolved. He asked for a discount. I told him this is not a souk, it's a court order. Although he spoke well of Prime Minister Imran Khan and his advisor, he said he had become somewhat special to their claims of probity. He claimed he also told Mr. Akbar in 2018 about an account he was aware of with a whopping $1 billion, but that the Prime Minister's AD didn't want to pursue it. I met a Pakistani general in London on this issue and we discussed it. I've given an affidavit to the UK's National Crime Agency on this, but the Pakistani government completely ignored that information. He said he had also alerted the 2017 Sharif government to this purported $1 billion account but got no response. Mr. Musavi said despite his bitter experience, he was willing to return the near $29 million to the government of Pakistan if they contracted his company to nab the allegedly illegal overseas assets of Pakistani individuals. I am more than happy to give back the money we have seized into the Imran Khan government. I know him to be a man of integrity. Whether he has the power to deliver only God knows. I have no doubt Shahzad Akbar has integrity, but he has no power. I am prepared to state every penny the government has ordered. I am willing to hand it back as long as they show us the commitment that they want us to go after the thieves under a new contract. Party contract. When Don approached Mr. Akbar for his comment on Mr. Musli's claims. He said, as a representative of the government, we made every effort to limit the financial cost of this award. He said, we tried to appeal to his conscience and tell him he did not do anything. He bought a company that was in liquidation, did nothing to assist Pakistan. Because of him, Pakistan did not get anything. He won this case because of a faulty contract. He is skimming Pakistan. Hello, Balsam. अभी तो मैं बैरियर टाउन हूँ, निकलने लगा बस थोड़ी देर में 10-15 मिनट में। कल क्लास ली आज ना, नहीं तो आपने कहीं जाना है? चल ठीक है ओके ऑर्डर। अल्लाह हाफिज। And in the end, the formal request, if you have not yet, please subscribe our channel and press the bell button to get the fresh from us. Thank you for watching. Have a nice time and goodbye.